Capricorn, I am being told that you are going to receive a message that is going to show you how great and how valuable you really are. Now, I feel for a lot of you, this is a message from a person that you know. It could be somebody you had a lot of conflict with, but let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Capricorn for the last 2 weeks of August. Now, it is going to be a really big time. Mercury's in retrograde. We've got the new moon in Aquarius, which is going to affect Capricorns quite a bit, and so many other things are going on. If you've been feeling very lethargic and feeling like not necessarily down in the dumps, although I know some of you have, but if you've been feeling like you can't get motivated, that motivation is going to come back. It is going to come in. And they're saying it's going to come in more toward the end of the third week, rolling into the fourth week. So you may have a few more days of that. And it may be because of this message. Now, for some of you, it could be a divine message that you're hearing where it is going to be very, very profound on what you're hearing, and it is going to tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. But more importantly, they're saying it's going to show you who you are. It is actually going to show you that you are the most incredible person, and your soul is awakening to your divine purpose, and you were en route, or you were getting ready to make some changes to go into that direction fully as you move out of Mercury in retrograde when it goes direct. So if you don't know me, I welcome you to the channel. I'm Lori Ann. I am a psychic. I do tarot, which is really fun, but the messages come from my guides, guardians, archangels, and angels, and I have them all around me. They speak through me. So you will hear that as we go through the video. You'll know past, present, future, and this has not happened yet. That's in the ethers when I move my eyes that direction, but I hear it, see it, and feel it. And they're saying you may have felt very blind, okay, stuck in a prism, waiting for change. Now, fives are all around me, okay, because change is happening. And change is going to either, lead you into this full-fledged going forward movement. And for some of you, it's just a little bit of movement, but there is going to be change around you. It is really important over these next 2 weeks that you use your third eye, you use your intuition, you pay attention to where you are seeing the deceptive individuals that have been around you for quite some time and how they actually held you back. Now, I'm talking to two different groups. We're going to touch on a little bit on the negative because, well, that's part of life. We have to balance the negative and the positive, but these messages are meant to help bring you into the positive side. So as you really look through your emotions on everything that you've gone through, it's time to do the final release, the final cleanse. Some of you have not cleared out your cupboard yet. You haven't gone through and gotten rid of the things that you don't need, and it is time to do that. Downsize of the things that you no longer need. If it doesn't have a meaning for you, if it doesn't hold any value for you, if it just is taking up space, it's time to release that as well as your emotions, all right? They're saying your physical body too. Some of you need to start changing the way that you're eating. If you haven't, or if you've begun it, it's time to actually change over into something different. So let's take a look at the cards that come out. And we already saw the Two of Swords, where you may have felt confused on what direction to go. A lot of options around you. The Seven of Cups, and you got the Seven of Wands. So there's just this beautiful energy coming around you, but I still feel a lot of Capricorn are dealing with some of the stagnant energy that we've been going through as individuals in our spiritual journey, and it's time for you to cleanse that out. They do want you to take baths and release in the bath or the shower, or go to a lake, go to a stream. I see somebody putting their feet in water near a tree. It's like you're combining everything. You're on the grass is there, the tree is over here, and there's water, and you're just tapping your foot in the water like this, almost like you're tapping your foot, and you can see the water, the little pool, the circles that come out of that water. It is important for you to understand that every tap of that water is clearing something out. You're connecting to Mother Nature, to the earth, in a way that it really brings you back to being a Capricorn. So you've been through a lot, and as you go forward, it is really important, if you still have some of these negative individuals around you, to recreate your boundaries. Your boundaries are the rules of how you engage with your family, with your friends, with the people around you, how you both interact with each other. So no more crossing the line to where somebody feels, I'm hearing the word violated and offended, and, you know, just this inner child wounding, a triggering. If you're around somebody that triggers you, it's time to really look at other options. For some of you will be with them until the very end, and that's okay. That's your choice. Everything is your choice. But for those of you who've been trying to get up into a higher vibration, you're going to see big changes. So one of the things they're telling me is that you may have been going through just this feeling of restlessness. It's not impatience. It's more like, I know it's time to get up, but for some reason you couldn't get up and go and do something, or put your energy and attention into something different. You're going to feel more alive over the next 3-4 days as we roll into the second half. So that'd be the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, right around there. The closer you approach this full moon in Aquarius, the more energy you're going to feel. There's just this magnetic shaking that I see that's going to make you feel like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, kind of like an adrenaline rush. All right, now if you're already feeling that, let me know. But I have a feeling most of you, let me know if you're still feeling kind of sluggish and a little bit slow paced. Now, obviously, everybody's different, but we're going to take a look at your career and projects, education, finances, anything about security, okay? Projects, that is what you devote your energy and time, all your resources into if you are not working, if you don't have a career, if you aren't running your own business, you're retired, you're stay at home, taking care of the kids, taking care of you, okay? Mental health is a big thing. They're telling me mental health is a major game changer. Now, if you didn't know, I hear the message, in case you didn't, I think I said it, but in case I didn't, I hear the message. So they talk to me, and that's why I talk the way that I do. But they're saying it's like this mental game changer where it's just like a pop. Some of you are going to do research. You're going to start looking and learning new skill set. And as such, you're going to grow into an honorary position. Now, this could be volunteering. This could be in a work dynamic, and maybe with your country club or your walking group. It can be in any realm of your life, but it's like this honorary position, like a leadership role. And you are a leader, Capricorn. You were born to be a leader. So if you're not leading, that can also lead to that kind of impatient energy, because you were born to do that. And let's take a look at what they want you to see through the cards. But whatever this is, I just feel like this Two of Swords has a lot to do with it. And it's connected to it directly to family and friends for a lot of you. But we're going to look at them, and as soon as we're done with this, and then we'll look at a dab of romance, and I'll give you the guided message at the end. You have the Nine of Swords energy, and you're getting ready to come out of it. That's what we're talking about. You know, this fear, anxiety, the anxiousness that has been going on around you. Again, you've got the Seven of Cups, a lot of opportunities, a lot of options for a lot of you. But you need to take a step back and reevaluate it. Remember, Mercury in retrograde is a time to make sure that you dotted all the I's, that you crossed all the T's, that you've taken care of your health. If you had a car problem that needed to be fixed 6 months ago, a year ago, and you've been buying time, Mercury in retrograde is the one that's going to make it go poof, and you have to go and get it fixed. It like forces us to look back and take care of anything that was not resolved. So out of the blue, information coming in. I see letter coming in. For somebody, it looks like you're going to get a letter It may be a bill, it may be a notification. I feel it has to do with finances. This letter is very clear, and I feel there's leniency, meaning you can set, if you owe the money, you'll be able to work out a payment plan with this organization. But they're saying whatever it is, whether this is a letter from a doctor or somebody from your old work or anything, be very careful and take a step back when it comes to what is on that letter, because that holds a lot of relevance on how you're going to move forward. The commitment is an honorable commitment. That means you're going to back up what you say. So they're saying be very careful. You will have options available to you. For those of you, if you've already received that notification, put a little I got one. You don't have to say what it is, but let us know that you've already gotten something along that line. Now, for another group of you, I feel there's a transfer. This is a transfer, what I'm seeing, a transfer of funds from one place to another. This could be moving from one bank to another, from one mortgage company to another, refinancing your home. But it definitely has something, again, to do with your finances. So I see a lot of financial stuff around Capricorn. Be very aware if you're signing a contract. It's generally not advisable to do it while Mercury's in retrograde, because paperwork gets messed up, communication gets messed up, your plumbing will break, everything kind of just, comes down. It's the crumbling of whatever needed to be fixed or repaired. But if we start something new, like a job offer, it can oftentimes not be the long-term position that you want. That isn't to say that you put your foot in the door and you get promoted down the road. That can happen. I've seen it happen. I've had it happen. But I've also had it where I had the job offer and took it and started it, and it wasn't really meant for me. I don't know if that necessarily, in my case, had to do with Mercury in retrograde, but really it's the vibration of paying attention. All right, pay attention and be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what you've got going on. Now, when it comes to jobs, I feel some of you are going to get an opportunity that has been long time in the making, but be aware. We have the Devil card here. There's something about this opportunity. If it doesn't feel right, Capricorn, don't take it unless you absolutely have to. If it does not feel right to you, use your intuition. You are highly intuitive. You guys are really great when it comes to intuition, and I find Capricorns are very good when it comes to security. You're the one who is like a Taurus, like you're the one who's going to have the home and have that solid foundation. So if you get thrown off your game because of something like this, that can really mess you up for a little while. And they're saying it's time to let go of toxic situations around you. And you may have just recently come out of a toxic situation. Not to worry. I do see something else coming through for you, and I'm hearing just in the nick of time. I don't know what that means for you. It'll be unique for each and every one of you. Now, I am offering my readings on a discount. They will be on sale just for the next week or so, and then they'll go back up to regular price. But this is just that powerful moment for you to really make the plan to help you feel more calm and soothed, S-O-O-T-H, soothed about the choices that you're making. You have a lot of opportunity around you, and you may even feel like you don't know what to pick, creating a little bit of anxiety. Just take a step back. Whatever is going on around you, this is that big moment to really look at it from all sides and angles. They're saying definitely look at it from all sides and angles. If we look at it this way, if we look at a person this way, they look one way. If we look at them from the side, they look totally different. And if we look at them this way, from the bottom up, it looks different again. They want you to look at this situation from all angles. It's okay to think twice before you proceed, is what I just heard for you. So you guys, this is very powerful. Now, I'm not really being shown anything about projects and community, but what I am hearing for you guys when it comes to this sector of the next 2 weeks, Contribute from the heart. Okay, that's what they're saying. Contribute from the heart. If you feel like investing in something, excuse me, your time, energy, resources, only do it if it's coming from the heart. If you feel forced, it may not be the right move for you. Be very aware of your surroundings when it comes to your foundation, your security all around you, okay? Now let's take a look at family and friends, because for some of you, I feel there's a lot of confusion. Look at 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Something around you, you may have lost somebody around you, and that really puts you in this funk. I'm seeing... It looks like you were isolated. Have you been feeling isolated and alone lately? Let us know. Have you been going through this change where you feel like there is no one around you, and yet you still know you're strong enough to overcome it? Let us know if that's you, because that's what I'm seeing. Now, that may have everything to do with the 5 of Cups, but you need to be very patient when it comes to this area of your life. Family, friends. You're going to be meeting new people over the next few months by your birthday. So that leads all the way through January. And they're saying they're going to bring in these people as soon as you open your heart and you're ready. That doesn't mean wear your heart on your sleeve. It means open your heart and walk with discernment. It's like, hi, how are you? Nope, not interested, thank you. Okay, knowing through your intuition on whether or not you should say hello to a stranger or not, right? It's about your protection. So it's following your intuition. Temperance is being in balance while the divine is working with you to create something better for you, to release your emotional bodies and know that the sun is coming out and that the moon is going to light up a path that will be so brilliant, and that blue super moon is going to be a big deal for Capricorn. If you are not subscribed to my free emails, my newsletter on my website, please do that. The link is in the bio. I'm going to be doing the full moon, blue moon reading, because it's a big, big deal. But this is for the last 2 weeks of August. There's something about this temperance where I feel you could be dealing with a Sagittarian for some of you, but it's really more this divine timing where it just, the anxiety, wondering, waiting, guy, are they ever going to contact me? This energy is bleeding over. They may have had some kind of attachment to your finances, whether they were a financial contributor or you helped them in their life somehow, some way. But there's just this connection between them and your foundational security. The Fool dropped on the floor. Okay, now as a zodiac sign, this would represent the sign of Aries. But this is of taking action and being the Fool, but not being foolish. And there's a big difference between the two. The Fool, who does the research. I'm going to travel, okay? I don't know where I'm going, but I'm doing the research. I'm paying attention to what's going on out there, the prices, the places around, narrowing it down where I want to go. Being the Fool, if this doesn't work, then I can go here or I can go there. A foolish person just jumps and goes. Now, the exhilaration that comes from either of them, this energetic rush, like when you first time you go skiing, snow skiing down the hill, first time you go paragliding, right? That's an amazing feeling. And when you do this, it just really takes that adrenaline and gets you so pumped up. I walked on fires 7 times in my life, and let me tell you, your adrenaline really is rushing when you do this, because it's such a powerful mindset that you realize the power within is in here, right? So it's amazing. And the team around you is a very important thing. You have teamwork, okay? Teamwork around you. So taking the Fool and creating a new group of people that are of value to you. Now, that may be one person and it can be 10. It just depends on you as an individual. This is a general reading. But what they are saying for Capricorn is this is just this big possible opportunity to rise into a new you, a different you, the best version of you, and put your whatever you've been working on to the test with this person, with this family member. Again, we're looking at Sagittarius and Aries on the board, but it can be any zodiac sign, and we do have air sign. The Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual. And this Queen of Swords holds this unbelievable power. And you may be on the cusp of Aquarius and Capricorn. But with the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has been through so much. They've had people cheat on them. They see what's going on, but don't say anything necessarily. But if you hurt them, they will walk away, and they may chop you down as you walk away. And I feel you did that. You, Capricorn, walked away from somebody else. You took on this beautiful air energy and said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And with this family member, you just took this leap of faith and you said, we're disconnecting. As difficult as it was, as challenging as it was, as unhealthy of a relationship that it was, it actually is leading you to a better place. And that's why they're saying, again, if you experience this, to put it in the comments. Remember, when you voice it, whatever you voice, if it's negative, it'll bring negativity to you. If it's positive, it'll bring positivity to you. But that's taking action. That's putting it out there. I don't talk about other people's readings and messages, only mine. But they're definitely saying it's time for you to communicate. So get that out there, put your comment in there, and wipe the slate clean. There's something amazing about this particular person, okay? And that's why I feel it's actually you. There's a beautiful sense of kindness and gentleness and nurturing around this particular situation. So you may have been very nurturing to them, or even vice versa. But with this family member, that could have been your mother, or you took care and raised your sibling or your own children. But whoever this person was, there's a rebirth of an opportunity for a relationship with them. This is saying, I understand who you are, and I can accept who you are, as long as we set the boundaries, right? As long as we create healthy choices for both of you, that's where it's really going to turn this dynamic around. Some of you, you're just going to talk about it in your head. Now, this Mercury in retrograde is really deep, okay? I don't know if you felt this, but I certainly have. It's going way back to teachers from the past. Like, I remember things all of a sudden popping in my mind about school, elementary school, teachers, paths that I used to walking down this, but it's like all of these flashbacks are coming through. And I don't mean hyper speed, like when I went through my review. Okay, when you start your awakening, you go through a review. If you didn't do it in the beginning, you'll do it near the end. But this review is like everything in your life, like Scrooge. Okay, when he goes with the little ghost people, the three ghosts, and takes them through a journey of his life, where you can really see things. But this is little glimpses of things that are not negative, not necessarily positive, but it's like, why is this popping in my head? So you may have been one of the people who have seen that. Let me know if you've been seeing some old stuff, like from childhood, that aren't necessarily painful, like walking to school. What does that have to do with it? Now, it may have a much deeper value to it, and as you go forward, your guides and guardians are going to show you. I have Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel here with me today. That's who's giving me this information. Call upon them. Would you like to heal? Would you like to release the old situations that have been holding you back and blocking you? Call in Archangel Uriel. Would you like to be protected as you be the Fool and you take a leap of faith in any direction of your life? You call in Archangel Michael. I'll give you their final message at the end of the reading, but right now let's take a look at, oops, I grabbed the wrong deck, at romance, because this may very well be a romantic situation where you and your partner, there was infidelity here is what I'm seeing. Somebody was unfaithful, they were dishonest, and they really caused a lot of hurt and pain for not just you, but I feel there were other family members around you where it's like beat it down, downplayed the relationship, downplayed the situation, and it could even be gaslighting for some of you, where this person around you, whoever this person is still carries this energy. So if this is an ex that we're talking about that wore you out, okay, Capricorn, somebody that wore you out, that you were in a relationship with, be very cautious about reconciling with them. There are people who change, but it's kind of built in us whether we're going to change or not. We all have our own idea of how this works, but our basic characteristic traits are already there on a scientific level. They're already there by the time we're age 3, and even more so by age 8 or 9 years old. That's like our real personality. But we are born into a place of beauty. So there is always a chance that somebody can revert. I actually know narcissistic people who have gone in for counseling and they have made changes, but it's always work in progress. It never stops. So being with this person, even if they get the help that they need, even if they've been working on it or you've been helping them heal their own situation, as exhausting as it is, there's still this chance that they could revert backwards. Now we do have the 4 of Cups here, and this beautiful 4 of Cups is you being very focused and clear on your intentions. This is the kind of relationship that I want. This is the type of relationship. Characteristics, not necessarily their description. Describe it. See the whole thing. When you manifest, when you're trying to bring it in, Capricorn, you can spell it out, but here's the catch. You must be open. I had somebody one time, I said, the person was going to come through, they were bald, and they said, oh, you're wrong, I would never date somebody. Well, this person shaved their head, so the vision that I saw, they'd shaved their head because it was the thing to do. That's who they were. However, it doesn't mean that they were bald. So be very open to what you're asking for, and know that the divine knows everything that you're asking. And I have a wonderful little article that I'm writing. I'll have that posted in the next 24 to 48 hours about what I'm talking about. You might enjoy this. You guys, you may be dealing with somebody who's under a lot of pressure. Your partner could be under a lot of pressure, dealing with some issues at work, and it has to do with finances. And I feel that they may be very structured in the way of the way they work and their financial securities, but there's just this feeling of pressure at work, and through that they are not listening to you. They're not focused on you, might not even hear you when you speak, because they're so focused on creating and enhancing their skill set, enhancing their knowledge. And some of them, this one group of you, your partner or you, somebody's going back to school, and I feel you're older. I'm seeing like 30, about 40 to 50 years old, 39 to 49, in that age group. Be patient with this individual or yourself. If you are going to school and learning, talk to your partner, okay? And even if they're having a really hard time with it, talk to them from the approach of being very nurturing. Now remember, I said whoever it is on a family member, nurturing. So this may very well be your ex that I was saying, but there's this completion cycle that you're going through where you're getting ready to change. 3 is a magic number for you. 3, 7, 3 for another group of you. And for another group of you, you're going to see bluebirds. Okay, I'm seeing blue. There's like 3 or 4 different bluebirds here. One I don't recognize. It could be a different bluebird in a different country that I'm not familiar with. But there's different bluebirds. Blue jay, bluebird. It looks like a hummingbird. Okay, they look kind of small compared to the other birds, but they have a lot of blue in them. As a matter of fact, I just saw a blue feather on the ground in my backyard. The animals are coming back. Things are getting ready to feel much, much better. but not for long. So make sure you use this time wisely, okay, as we move into September, because October is going to be a whole nother scene. But let's take a look at this circle of completion. For some of you, this relationship, you've completed this cycle. So if you're feeling worn out and tired, talk to your partner. They're saying communicate with them and express your feelings and come up with a plan that works for you. Whether we go to counseling, a psychologist, a psychic therapist, a retreat, a couples retreat, whatever method that you use, just rewriting the definition of your plan together, rewriting your boundaries together, whatever method you use does have a probable chance of making things completely change, staying together and making it work. But either which way, this is important information for you, whether you choose to stay or go. But I do feel there is an ending getting ready to come in, and you're waiting for the signs, you're waiting for the synchronicities to come in. You've already been asking, have you seen the bluebirds and have you seen the number 3s or 7s yet? They're very, very big around Capricorn. You know, you're the leader. Overall, in general, your energy is very much a leadership energy, and they're saying pay attention to how you can lead it without dominating it, and work with your partner, okay? And you can kind of lead it in the direction that you want to go. Now, for another group of you, I do feel that you were a little bit tired of going out, or feeling like you, if you're not in a relationship, like going out on dates or trying to look for somebody that is of the same as you, is what I heard. They're similar to you. Ask your guardians and angels around you. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you as you go through any of these situations every single day. When you step out of your house, Capricorn, call in for protection. Surround your house with white loves. Call in the beautiful energy of love to protect from the negative energy. And make sure you are clearing your home out using sage, using the incense, frankincense, Nag Champa, lavender, and rose. And our favorite Palo Santo, but they're really saying those other ones. I just added that in. But it is a very powerful, powerful time for you to see how powerful you truly are. So let me pull this message for you, and I will give you the guided message at the end. Archangel Gabriel, you have an important life purpose involving communication. That's a 3. And involving the arts. Please do not allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So Archangel Gabriel, beautiful, beautiful message that really ties into this reading. So let's call in the angel message for you. You walk with the divine, but yet sometimes you forget. You forget we are behind you when you call us. You think we're not there, but you feel us. And then you forget that we are all here for you. Other times you know it, you believe it, but somebody seems to come in and turn that around. We see you oftentimes being swayed to go into a direction that is not meant for you because you're thinking too much with your heart. We want you to open your heart and heal it and clear it, but protect it. We will protect you, meaning use discernment. Call upon us and we will show you the path of least resistance, the path that is about creating and inventing or bringing back your authentic you, this beautiful source of magnetic light. You walk with the light and we guide you everywhere you go. We will not let you down. Do not let yourself down. Know that we're here to help pick you up, but be very cautious on the steps that you take so you do not fall. All right, you guys, I hope this helps you. Much love.